interested in.
Guys, gentlemen, we've got a caller on the line. Good evening and welcome to Talk Radio Europe and the Friday Night Sports Bar.
Is that Dom?
It is Dom, yes.
Hi, it's Emma. I've got beefy. Hang on.
Emma, how you doing?
I'm good. Hang on. We've got, because of the storms, they've knocked all the aerials down.
Not a problem.
Hang on. And this is like the 20th attempt to get through to you without saying network busy. It's beefy there. Oh, we've had... Go on now.
Well, it looks like we've lost the line again. Unfortunately, it's problems up in La Manga. It's bad weather.
I did hear him in the background.
We did hear him there. Emma kindly called us back from La Manga. We'll keep persisting. And hopefully we can get Sir Ian on the show. They've rung us in the studio, so we'll keep going on there, guys. Yeah, Sergio Perez, good stuff. It might be a nice little final treat for the last 10 minutes to have Sir Ian on if we can get the connection going. We've got another. They're ringing back in here. Let's see if we can get Sir Ian Botham on.
What's that, love?
Good evening. Is that Sir Ian Botham?
Yeah, hang on one sec.
Emma.
Stand here. He's coming. You've got to drag him away from the Ryder Cup. Hang on. Hang on.
Hello.
Persistence finally pays off, Sir Ian Botham. A warm welcome to the sports bar this evening. Sorry to drag you away from the Ryder Cup. Welcome to the show tonight.
Thank you. Well, there's not a lot we think about it. We've had such awful weather, and we're hearing all kinds of reports from down on the beachfront, so we're hoping that everyone's okay.
Yeah, I mean, we are pretty similar. I think we're going to get hits as well down here on the Costa del Sol. So the line might break up, Sir Ian, and apologies to the listeners if that happens, but please understand the reasons for that. It's a great privilege to have you on, Sir Ian. But please tell us all what you're doing down this part of the world. We know that you've spent a lot of time in La Manga, but you're here for a very special cause this weekend.
Yeah, we're down at Desert Springs, which is where myself and my wife have had a house here now for about 10, 12 years. We're down here, we're doing a charity event. We were meant to play some golf today, and then another round tomorrow, and then again on Sunday to finish the tournament, as is the Ryder Cup. So we're watching in the evenings. We have a meal and watch the Ryder Cup. So it's good fun. But sadly, I've never actually been at a desert golf course where it's been flooded before.
So what have you been doing with your days? I mean, I know there's a couple of other gentlemen down there. Peter Reid has been down there with you. I imagine it's just been an afternoon of golf watching the Ryder Cup. We've
been all glued to the television. So bad start in the second part of the day. First two matches down, but no, it's a long way to go. It's exciting. The Ryder Cup is very special, and to all golf fans, it's enormous, and we're keeping our fingers crossed that the Europeans bounce back. But it's been enthralling so far.
So, Ian, while we've got you on the line, it's very rare that we get an opportunity to speak to such a legend like yourself. I was fortunate enough, alongside two gentlemen here, that followed your career. 1981, of course, I know you've probably been asked this question on many, many occasions. Just a question, I remember both innings in Headingley, 149 and 118 at Old Trafford, and both absolutely superb, startling, the 149. But Dennis Lillee actually believed your one at Old Trafford was better. What's your feeling on that?
I don't often agree with Dennis, but I think he's probably right on this occasion. Dennis and I, we had a lot of great battles, but I think at Headingley it was much more clinical. Headingley was not so much Old Trafford was clinical. Headingley was actually a very ordinary wicket, so there was a lot of luck, a few edges here and a few edges there. But no, that's a long time ago. It's fading away, but good memories, but a long time ago.
Sir Ian, you played under one of the great England captains, Mike Brearley. There's been obviously a number of captains since then. Who would you say has come close to emulating his excellence?
Well, look, Mike Brearley nowadays probably wouldn't even get a game as captain because you have to contribute in all departments, and I think Mike Brearley himself would say that, was he a test match batsman? Maybe not. But as a captain, he was magnificent. Who would I say close? I don't know. I think Andrew Strauss. I think Nasser Hussain actually probably was the one because England were at rock bottom, and he brought the side back with Duncan Fletcher. He was quite ruthless, cut a lot of players off that he grew up with. So probably Nasser Hussain turned things around for England.
One of those gentlemen, Nasser Hussain, as you mentioned, one of your working colleagues in today at Sky alongside Bumble and David Gower. Great coverage, by the way. I know there's a lot of cricket fans that thoroughly enjoy that. You must enjoy that very much as well.
Oh, it's good fun. It's great. Yeah, people say that the worst thing about giving up or retiring from professional sport is the fact that you lose that comrade, that sort of banter, that dressing room humour. Well, we don't. In the Sky commentary box, it's just the same. So it's good fun. It's a great way to continue your career, to watch cricket at the highest level, and to have the privilege of flying around the world and actually commentating on it. So really, where does it go wrong?
You mentioned Nasser, though. It does seem that very often he is the butt of your jokes in the Sky commentary box.
Yeah, well, he is extremely tight, yeah.
He takes it very well, though.
He has no choice.
Well, they're currently out there on the subcontinent, Sri Lanka, the T20. Will you be joining them at some stage towards the business end of the tournament?
No, I'm T20. I leave it to the younger guys. I'll be going out to India for the Test series, then probably India for the one-day series, and then out to New Zealand for the Test series. No, I leave it to the younger guys. It's too frenetic for me.
And just with regard to T20, is it a format really? I mean, I'm a traditionalist when it comes to the 5-day format. Is it something you would have liked to have played in your day, Ian?
Well, the short game's a good game, so that's always an advantage. But I'll be honest with you, I'd much rather play Test cricket. I think Test cricket is the flagship and always will be the flagship of international cricket. And yeah, I'd much rather commentate and talk about that. 2020 over cricket, where do you go? It can be over in 6 overs. So it's a hard game, but it's a quick game. It's entertaining. The fans enjoy it. I just hope we don't overkill it.
Nick Compton's going to be going with the England touring party. Great stuff. We've got him on the show next week. Looking forward to talking to Nick. Thoroughly deserving after many years of hard work. No Kevin Peterson. What do you make of all of that situation, Ian?
Well, I think it should have been sorted out weeks and weeks ago. I think it's dragged on, and I think that it's got to the stage where neither party is going to give any ground away. So it's very difficult. It's sad, but I think England will probably walk on. Whether that's the right decision is up for debate, but it's sad.
Sir Ian Botham, we've taken up enough of your time. I know you want to get back to that Ryder Cup and obviously all your guests there over the weekend. Thank you so much for taking time out to speak to us. It's been a pleasure to have you on. Have a great weekend there as well, and I hope the charity event works exactly how you expected.
Well, thank you very much, and thanks for your time. And as I say, let's hope everyone on the coast is in good nick.
All right, Sir Ian. Thanks so much.
Cheers.
Cheers,
bye-bye.
mate. Well, a pleasure. Persistence paid off in the end. It's been a little bit awkward, obviously, without having the commercial breaks, to get Ian on the line. And a sincere thanks to Emma there for ringing us back. I was texting her saying, get them to ring us in the studio, because I couldn't answer. She rang me on my own phone. We got there in the end. It was just nice to have him on.
Yeah, it's pity for such a short amount of time, Dominic. I mean, Sir Ian Botham, I mean, you could spend an hour talking to him. And
just done a whole programme on him.
I mean, a whole programme, because he is a fascinating cricket connoisseur to listen to, and and obviously everyone remembers his incredible heroics. He is an amazing connoisseur of the game, and he knows it and understands it so well, which is, I think why he's, so good in the commentary box.
Guys, I mean, that hour's actually... to talk to all of those guys, actually... Sorry, Rich, you mentioned the commentary box. Nasser Hussain, Bumble, David Gower, Ian Botham, Joel... Michael Holding, beg your pardon, when they were in there. The commentary is absolutely fantastic, isn't it? It really keeps you engaged into the match itself, doesn't it?
Absolutely superb. And, the thing is that, there's been a lot of great players of the game, but not all great players can communicate, the intricacies of the game, to the public.
And the humour, Richard. The humour.
The humour is fantastic.
And the humour. And they are, I mean, it's fantastic listening to. Also, that, when you talk about cricket commentary, also, I mean, you should say a little word for BBC Radio 4 as well. The Test Match Special with Jonathan Agnew.
Jonathan Agnew. I follow him on Twitter, actually. He's a very, very interesting guy on Twitter as well to follow.
Very, And again, I mean, without the benefit of pictures to help illustrate, what they're talking about, they create this whole, mental image for the listeners as to what's going on, and again with humour and it's great, very good.
It's been a bit of an awkward show, actually, to host, guys. I mean, the clock is now running out. We've got no computer screens to tell us, and we've got Alan here sitting in the pre-recorded studio next door. There's no computer systems for us to work on. We've run out of time. We haven't even had a chance to touch half of my preparation, and I know at least half of yours, Stu, as well, with all the football that's been taking place. Apologies for that. I know you go to an awful lot of effort. I know, so do I. But look, at the end of the day, we had Ian Botham on the show, which is more important than anything else. And you two guys hopefully didn't put the listeners to sleep in the early part of the show. I didn't pick up what you were saying, actually, because I was engaged in trying to get them on the phone.
We talked about Wolverhampton for 10 minutes. That probably put people to sleep.
Yeah, I mean, but look, a big couple of big games anyway this weekend. If we can continue, Al's in the studio. I'm sure you'll kick us off air when we're supposed to leave. Big London derby, Arsenal versus